not, wait, that's way too far up.
Believe 19, yeah.
19.
We'll fact it.
1867, right? Around 1867, I was informed through a Twitter feed of somebody else speaking on like a podcast that's when police stations and, you know, overall government enforcing areas became like put in places in bulk, you know? So now that we're out of slavery and everything, they're gonna take away all the jobs just in spite. What you gonna do without jobs? Because now you can't buy food for you or your family. You're gonna steal, right? You're gonna steal, and boom, that gives us a reason. Since you're going hungry, that gives us a reason to put you in jail for 40 years. But you know, if Jeff's kid steals, you know, little white kid, it was just a lollipop. Who cares?
Talk to him.
You know. Furthermore, the system, like he said, the system was never made for us; it was made against us at every step of the way.
Woo! Followed us. Yes.
Yes.
I want to actually reference Vietnam. Vietnam, they draft a whole bunch of black men from the lower income areas, and of course, being beaten by the system so long, you're probably thinking, finally, this is a break. I'm gonna fight for my country, and then maybe when I come back, I'm gonna be treated as an equal. Doesn't happen. Leaves their wife and kids behind for them to suffer and create that stereotype of deadbeat fathers. Creates children who are raised without father figures and only ever know their mother and what's going on and what's cool with other dudes that are their age.
18 years old speaking.
So, just saying that, I'm going to touch on what that guy said earlier, that blacks kill blacks more than anyone. It's because of the system progressing with us that we kill each other, because we're pitched against each other, just like a dog fight. That's all I have to say. It's crazy.
Officers, how is your union? Because we seem to think it's like you guys are really protected by your union. Do you have any comments on your union? Do you believe your union is protecting Officer David? I want to make sure people can see his spelling because we can't name it. Athanador 31730. Is he being protected by the unions? No comment.
It's never a comment. It's never a comment.
Nothing you can do about that. I got one question for you, and this 100% has nothing to do with your profession. Do Black Lives Matter? Well, let's answer.
I don't know why you look at me?
Whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter.
Whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter.
Whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter.
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 Hands up.
Don't shoot.
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 Say his name.
George Floyd.
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 Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
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 Yeah, buddy.
You know what? Let's see whose name we should yell right now. Why are we here today?
Ricky.
Say his name.
Ricky Bellevue.
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 And officers, just in case you didn't know, because we had officer, what did we call him? Passenger cop. Passenger cop. He said that he was not informed of Ricky Bellevue. I just have a question. When something like that happens, this young man is still in the hospital recovering. You guys don't have a meeting on that?
No comment.
No comment?
Do you guys really get informed about these things when they do happen? I mean, because this is such an igniting topic of conversation. I mean, I couldn't imagine that your officers wouldn't at least send an email or address the squads at shift change to say, hey, we had an incident, just to be on the rise. Did you guys not have that conversation with any sergeants, lieutenants, captains? Any leadership address this with anybody?
I find it hard to believe that passenger cop had no idea about Ricky Bellevue. Officer, you're new to here. Did you know about Ricky Bellevue, officer? That's what we're actually out here talking about. Did you know who that is, officer? Do you think chokeholds are necessary?
No comment.
Do you think 4 police officers being on 1 man is a threat?
No comment.
Do you think that chokehold was necessary?
No comment.
Do you think that young man was knocked unconscious?
No comment.
And that he should not have had the right to breathe?
No comment.
Do you think on an 85, 90-degree day that 4 grown men police officers should be on top of this young man?
No comment.
Who, in fact, you guys were called to a distress call.
No comment.
So if you're called to a distress call, that means somebody is not right.
No comment.
And so instead of actually helping this man, you knocked him unconscious until he is in the hospital.
No comment.
See, officer, for us to speak to you and to just look away and speak to another person, you gotta understand that's rude. If someone else did that to you, you would probably raise your voice, would you not?
No comment.
No comment? Oh, okay. Okay, well, officer, take a step out of your shoes, right? Us 2 are officers. You come up and try to have a conversation with us. It's an uncomfortable conversation, yeah. But to have the conversation lets us know that we as people are on the same level. So if we don't know that we as people are on the same level, you stand out here and look annoyed that we're here calling you on your BS because we know that you know what happened in your precinct.
No comment.
But you're not going to comment on that. And you're going to say it's because of an investigation. Okay, George Floyd's death is done and over with. The investigation is done, and the person that's going to get charged is charged. What is your thoughts on that?
No comment.
Do you guys like to sit silently and watch a colleague murder somebody?
No comment.
Do you like to sit silently and watch your partner chokehold somebody until they're unconscious?
No comment.
Number one, they don't believe it's murder.
We have one of my girls that screenshots, and they want you in front of this precinct.
You know, Mr. Familiar, always ready for photo op. Talk to me.
Talk to him. Look at this, guys. This is his first protest, you guys, and he is out here standing strong. Why are we here, you guys?
Ricky Bellevue.
Yes.
Crazy. Crazy.
So, officers, you just have no comment. Can you take a knee with us?
That's never gonna happen.
I mean, that's not a comment, you know. So
they will listen. They will run them out of here. They will be on unemployment with us.
that is true. Are you officers afraid to speak up because that one fellow officer that did go viral who spoke up got fired? Are you guys afraid of that?
Him, and I still follow him to this day. He spoke to police officers and he explained to them they swore an oath to serve and protect. They haven't been using rational discretion. He was asked, his post was fine when nobody paid attention to it. When he had maybe 100 comments, 100 views, 100 likes, or whatever the case may be, it was fine with the department. As soon as it got to the thousands.
The video needs to be taken down right now, and you need to accept a letter of reprimand. Or we're going to take a very different approach to this if you say no again. As a police officer, I'm compelled to make this video. I've been in law enforcement for 10 years.
Doesn't this affect you guys that you have to stay
I'm speaking
quiet
to my peers, other
when
fellow
something like
officers,
this is happening,
people
and you
any kind of
know
law
in your
enforcement
heart
position.
and in your mind that it's wrong? This is something that
I've
needs to
seen
change.
Officers nationwide
it seems to me like you guys would rather burn a brother in blue who's standing up and speaking about his feelings and about what is right and wrong, as opposed to defending these officers who commit these acts that put your name in the mud. These officers are degrading your sense of honor, your sense.
We're gonna call him Interrupter Cop.
Interrupter Cop.
Interrupter Cop.
Here you have a fellow officer actually standing up and saying the things that you guys are probably thinking and wanting to say, and he gets fired for it. So I can understand why other fellow officers would not want to. I truly get it. But when does it stop? How many other officers have to go through this? This is a good man. This is a good officer. Not all officers are bad. That is not what all protesters are trying to say. But when a policeman comes out like this and is so honest, how does that not shake the core of your values as people,
Exactly.
as Americans, and as officers of the law who are sworn to protect and serve? It is unfortunate that your union does stand by these men and women that do things that cause such violence to be taken. This is an officer that we need leading. This is an officer that we need to duplicate.
To not stand up and say nothing makes you a bad cop. I don't know either of you personally, but I know that you two stand silent while we ask you questions and try to have an open-ended conversation.
Are we asking for the wrong people? Do we need to be speaking to a sergeant on duty, a captain on duty, a lieutenant on duty? Because I think some basic questions to be answered is not too much to ask. We're 5 people. It's not like 3 weeks ago when you had 2,500 people in Barclays Center that were raging. You have 5 American civilians here just asking questions, right? So why is it that you guys are sent out here to say you can't say anything, which I understand. If you're following orders, this is a paramilitary operation, I get that. But why is it the person who is telling you to stop talking to civilians, to reporters, why aren't they out here standing where you are now to be able to answer questions from a handful of civilians? We have been peaceful the entire time today to ask questions, to be heard, to exercise our First Amendment right to express a grievance and protest against our government. And this is the example that we are receiving from the police department. This is what we are being told.
Talk to him.
We defend officers that will chokehold, that will murder, that will assassinate, that will violate amendment rights. Breonna Taylor's Fourth Amendment right was abused in her murder. A no-knock warrant. If she was so much a threat, why is it that 10 officers weren't sent to help her, to arrest her if need be? That's bad police work to me. That is an abuse of power to me. That is a travesty that this woman, who, by the way, nobody said anything bad about, you can't tear her down. There's plenty of other men and women that, you know what, you could try to say they've got a record, they've done this, they've done that. Their character is in jeopardy because of their previous actions. You can't with her. She is a beautiful, young, black woman who is no longer with us because a no-knock warrant was assigned to her residence and officers went in shooting. They shot her 8 times.
Full clip.
I mean, they just unloaded on her.
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor!
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 Say her name!
Breonna Taylor! Let's get a screenshot on this officer so people know what we're talking about.
American people, okay? They are going to be put in a position where they won't have their rights
We out
trampled
here.
anymore. And us as law enforcement officers, we'll have our ability to enforce the law stripped from us in about 10 minutes, okay? I I think what is going to happen if this continues is we're going to see bloodshed in the streets.
And he got fired for that. Is there
prediction
somebody
was
that we could
correct.
talk to that will answer our questions?
Absolutely not. Everyone has no comment.
How do the station commanders, the station officers, how are they able to stay inside the precinct and send out you guys?
How are
mean,
y'all
are
able
you
to stand
guys
out here
being
with these
used as
goddamn
pawns?
bugs? This shit's killing me.
So why is it that an officer can't come out or a station sergeant can't come out and answer questions? We're not threatening. We don't have weapons. We're not trying to cause trouble. We're just asking questions.
Well, driver cop,
Right?
Will you answer any of our questions?
Actually, oh yeah, he was driver cop,
That's
but
driver
he's a
cop,
cool
yeah.
one.
Will
He
you
was
answer
the
any
cool
of the
one.
questions?
I'll talk to you if you want me to talk to you.
Me?
Hi guys.
How's it going?
What's going on? Oh, don't talk to us. Okay. Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Right when this first started, 3 males were confirmed shot. You seen on the ambulance that was driving past us,
What if a
rushing
civilian
back.
were to walk in here
That's what
and
everybody is
violate
dealing with right now.
Would somebody be allowed to?
Thank you.
So I apologize.
No, officer.
No, but I explained that
If
to
you can come to me and talk to me like another person.
I'm doing that.
Well, why can't they?
I can't speak for someone else. You can't speak for someone else. I can't.
Somebody come
I can tell you when we were driving, we tried to explain to you that the traffic that we were building up was stopping the ambulances and the emergency service vehicles from getting to those 3 males that were shot here in the 100 precinct, a few blocks from here.
All right, so I apologize for that.
So that's what the executives are doing. That's what the sergeants, the captain, everyone's here now, taking care of that.
So, but you
That
guys
unfortunate
claim,
event.
yeah, it is unfortunate. But as you claim yourselves to be brothers in blue, y'all should
I
take.
claim
Y'all should.
myself to be Anthony Bird. I'm a detective in 100 precinct, and I'm serving my community the best way I know how to.
Anthony,
Bird.
my name is Thomas. It is a pleasure speaking to you. This is what I would like to see you Thomas.
You can contact me anytime. I'm here. I'm the NCO in this
Oh,
precinct.
we have an officer with a card. I haven't seen one of those in forever. I thought y'all stopped. Swear to God, every time I ask
I'm the
officer,
NCO in this precinct, and there's sector here. Okay. That's the reason why you're not getting the answers from the executives. I heard you ask that question, and I can answer that.
All right. Again, thank you. This is all I want from another officer.
I was very happy with you guys' peaceful protest. Like I said, I had.
Take a picture with the cops, Tommy.
Absolutely, please.
Come on, let's go over here.
Like I said, I'm here. You can on the website. You can look at the whole thing. I'm the NCO here. You'll see I run the 100 percent.
All right.
Whenever you feel it, you have my contact information. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, officer.
We appreciate that.
That
Officer,
nigga the
thank you
truth.
for coming out. We appreciate
That
it.
nigga the truth.
Like I said to the young man here, I can't speak for anyone else. Neither can he or anyone standing here. We can't speak for other people's actions. I'm not here to judge people whether right or wrong. That's what we have to judge for. You know, I don't have a political view on anything, and we're not supposed to. We're here to work and serve you guys.
So we were just looking for a sergeant, a lieutenant.
I explained to him, and he can thoroughly
No, I
explain
get
to
it.
you. We do apologize, but you know, he's got some information.
Yeah,
We appreciate the time.
I dig
Thank
it.
you for coming out here.
Y'all
When
remember
you spoken most, and
while
we've
the
seen
officer,
several officers
like
like yourself
passenger
open
officer
up,
stopped
and we do
us,
thank
he
you.
was like, "Hey, can y'all not cross that bridge so we can get to this call?" That's why everybody in the precinct's not coming out. It's because they actually are attending to something serious.
Yeah, I
Now,
told him
while
to
this
shoot
is
me.
serious, you know, people could be dying right now and they don't know. Like, apparently, they're doing an investigation. Now, as to why those two right there couldn't come forward, like Mr. Anthony right here, and speak to us,
When you
we
guys
can't say.
have union
But I think
meetings, Are those open to the public for comments or concerns or anything like that?
I've never had or been to it.
But I'll tell you this.
It's not like
Me
city
personally.
council meetings. Like
We have city council meetings. We have community council meetings. We have build-a-block meetings. Each sector controls a build-a-block.
That's why that
If you look up each precinct in the city, it'll show you the upcoming meetings. It's open to the public. It's run by the community.
What about actually getting to the union president?
You can request them to be there at those meetings. The meetings are for the public, and the police department has a section in that meeting where we're allowed, to speak, and we give questions and answers. You can say, hey, listen, on the next meeting, can I have so-and-so at this meeting? And we have tried our best to get those people in.
But he
It's
doesn't
possible.
actually hold a public where the public.
I don't know their agenda. I have no clue about what their agenda is and how they deal with it.
And then, so one follow-up is then, if that's not possible,
Before we dip,
if we were to
down
want to
there.
go to like a city council meeting,
because those
to
people wanted, I
specifically
think they
address
wanted to.
the need,
And they was chatting with us.
How that's working. Would
We
that
might
be
walk like 2 blocks away
or
from
does it matter?
It depends on where you are in the right borough. I would 100%
Well,
go to the
Mr.
community affairs officer in that precinct and ask them that information. And they will give you the answers you want.
Everybody is saying, by the way, I'm live. Everybody's saying you're awesome. Thank you so much. Honestly, all we wanted was some questions. And you know what? This is exactly what we're talking about. Officers that speak up. And I have a lot of love on here for you. That everybody's saying you need a raise.
6 miles.
He was protecting us, guys. He was really
Oh, were
cool.
you in the car?
I was driving.
While I do appreciate Officer Anthony, this is what an officer should be.
Yeah.
That's just
You're a
it.
great example of what we
This is
need.
what an officer should be.
Truly.
You know, this is an officer to look up to. This is the one you won't catch in a video doing something crazy.
That's right, baby.
You know?
We did make it, you guys, to the 100th precinct. But everybody's inside. No one's coming out. That officer, he actually spoke to us. Thank you so much.
That's success right there. That's
You
can't
take
end on a
care.
better note right there.
Look how...
We did it.
Right? I do run a business, so it's time for me to go.
You got it. Shout out to your mom and dad one more time.
We are located in 450 Pine and Belmont, East New York, Brooklyn. My favorite item on the menu is our new item, coconut shrimp, with our new mango salsa. It is amazing. Come by, show us some love. Black owned, family owned. Now let's hurry up and exchange numbers so they can get to bed.
That's right, baby. Yeah, let's get. And definitely send that picture. We want to post on our site.
Okay.
Write a book for the rest of us that are about to have kids. Straight
This is
up.
mom and dad, guys. They followed us. Make sure we're safe. Text me and we'll be in touch because when we're out here again, you're here Tuesday through Saturday. Okay. Let's make Wednesday a thing.
Oh, there you go.
And here, come get in front of this one more time. I have screenshots that one of our viewers takes, and everybody wants to see you in front of this precinct because everybody is so proud of you. Why don't you hold your fist up? And Karen, get that screenshot, baby. Let me get the 100th precinct right here. All right, guys, get that screenshot for us.
That's our man.
They want your mom and dad to frame it. You are an inspiring young man, Thomas. I'm so glad I picked you up. Picked you up.
Go over, man.
And you guys, I know there wasn't many of us, but listen, we just created family. We created family, and I mean it, family for life. Mama, you know we're coming to eat, right?
Sure.
I'm not kidding.
I got all y'all come down.
I'm serious.
Best
Come down.
I want some mama
I got
soul
the-
food.
I got
You
the
got
menu.
chicken, right?
Chicken.
Oh!
Shrimp.
I got the menu right here. See, they like shrimp.
Homemade
I'm
pie,
allergic.
No, I don't eat
banana
seafood.
pudding, everything.
I was just repping what he was saying because he said it's the best thing.
Oh, all right.
I eat
Well,
chicken.
all right. Well, then we on the same page.
We're on the
I'm
same page.
allergic-
Randy,
I'm
we'll
allergic
eat the
to shrimp.
chicken.
Oh, you are?
Yes, unfortunately.
We do a coconut shrimp with a
I'll get down with all of it.
I know. And
Black
I
owned
can't-
business, you guys, and honestly, they let their son come out and do their first protest. Mom and dad are cool. They followed us. You should be. I'm gonna send you guys some screenshots because our viewers do screenshots, and they wanted him to get in front of the precinct. He killed it tonight, and everybody says how much of inspiration is, and you guys are too.
Thank you.
And I'm serious. We're gonna be back,
Yeah.
and we're coming to Mom and Dad.
Instagram, Facebook, Angels Cook Catering.
What is it?
Angels Cook Catering Service.
Awesome. Okay, and on Facebook as
On
well.
Facebook as well.
Awesome, and
Don't
we'll
worry
show
about
that
it.
shirt one more time.
I'm on
450 Pine and
our
Belmont, New York,
Instagram.
Brooklyn.
I'm
That's
gonna
right.
put
We are
up a
open
highlight.
Tuesdays through
So
Saturdays.
I'm gonna put up
11 through
your
8
information,
and 11 through
and
9
I'm gonna put up the
on Fridays and Saturdays.
too.
All right, we specialize in American Cup of Soul
Thank you.
Food.
No, thank you guys. Thank you for letting us. I mean, he was amazing tonight. Honestly.
And the most touching part of this whole night was when we was walking and we got just to the monument, and he said, within these steps that we just took, I found a whole new thing.
Mama, you're stuck with us now.
Yeah.
And trust me, when
That's
she
why I
tell,
told him, I said, did you exchange your information?
Oh, I got his number.
Okay.
And when I say I'm stuck,
yes,
ask this guy how we met.
I can attest. She bullied past. I was on the news,
Brooklyn News, CNN. I did.
Wow.
I did.
and she bullied past all the press,
Yep.
all of it, all her little Instagram lives. Like, oh no, he's amazing. I like him. Hold on, wait.
And I snuck my way over.
and
She got to you?
and she did, and because of that energy, I was.
But you need that persistence. You need that persistence.
It went
to move
beyond.
forward.
It went
you know?
beyond that night. She ended up at another one of my marches, and I stopped to talk to press again. And she crept up on me again. And as soon as I heard her
I
voice,
sure
I
did.
said, "Hold up, is this little pretty white girl back?" And lo and behold, there she was. And
Yeah, man.
yes,
Woo!
sir.